When did you personally realize that TNA wasn't going to work on the road?
Well, when half the stadium or whatever the venue that we were in was not full, only half of it was full every time, and it wasn't about whether or not people knew who it was. Whether we didn't get out and advertise. TNA did not get out and advertise we were going to be there.
Well, that's one big thing I always heard, even talking to different guys in the office in the company, that for whatever reason, TNA never promoted even their house shows back in the day. Why is that?
I don't know. I really wish I knew. I think that's a department they need to fix.
Yeah.
To the point where we had a show in the venue right beside a hotel. Literally walked across the street to our hotel. The hotel did not know that we were in this venue. That's how bad it was. We would go to the gym. People would not know we're in town. You can't have that. It's as simple things like taking your truck and wrapping it in TNA. You have a moving billboard there.
Yeah.
But that is yet to happen. These are simple things that you could do to help you, but they never seem to do it.
Jesse Neal and his release from the company, which got a lot of bad PR. What are your thoughts on that entire
I really don't know much about it.
Okay.
I know that his checks were late or his checks didn't come in or something like that. He struggled with that. Now, Jesse was fresh off training. He was pretty green. And you can't say much as green as he was to TNA about them paychecks or whatever it is. You just can't do it being as green as you. That's like me going to WCW when I first started there and saying, hey, I want this, I want that. You can't do it. You just have to bite your tongue and deal with it. So it sucks the way it happened for him, but hopefully everything is worked out now.
Around this point in time, TNA was going through a lot of big changes. They eventually pulled off the road, and they made the decision to go back to Universal Studios. Hulk Hogan left the company. He exited the company. Were you happy about that, or do you think that he should have done something to put TNA over on the way out?
I would assume that Hogan is in control of his own creative stuff, so that was the way he decided that he was going out, that he didn't need TNA, which is smart for him. So I don't blame him from doing that way.
Personally, did you like him?
I really didn't spend that much time with him. I do, like I said, communication got a lot better, so, I didn't have a problem with him.
Were you happy to hear that Bischoff was being sent home?
I didn't know this. I didn't know anything was going on. I just realized he wasn't at TVs. Because during this time, I'm at home too. Because I've won the world title and I am sitting at home too. So it doesn't make, I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if, Eric's still there. I don't know anything.
He's still under contract, but he's not there. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Right.
I just assumed okay, they're trying to save money. This is what's going on. They're kind of cutting the fat.
Did Eric and Hawk bring anything positive to the company, in your opinion? Or do you think they really hurt the company? Now, you hear interviews and you hear this all the time that they were working Dixie and she was just the ultimate money mark. What are your thoughts on when you hear stuff like that?
Well, I don't think that's
far-fetched.
I think that they were trying to do something positive with the company. It wasn't their fault that the advertising and stuff wasn't there to make sure that people showed up to these shows. We have to go all out. But, there was the Slammiversary that we had, and I'm not sure where it was, but was it in Texas? I'm not sure what it was. And the fact of the matter is, it was full. The venue that we're at was full. Tons of people there. Christopher Daniels, Frank Kazarian against me and Kurt Angle. It was a great Slammiversary. Hulk Hogan went out weeks and publicized, done all the stuff that he was supposed to do. And that's why I believe all those people knew we were going to be there. And it was a great venue. That's what they needed to do. To me, that needed to be Hogan's job. But what do I know?
Right.
I think that would have been done if they used Hogan correctly. It could have made all the difference in the world. So going on the road wasn't a bad thing. I think that was something to help TNA because we needed to know, like I said before, who the baby faces were, who the heels were, what was going to work, what wasn't. And the only way you can tell is if you take it out on the road.
At any point in time, did you ever sit back and be like, you know what, maybe these guys are working for Dixie and they don't care about the company, they just want a paycheck?
At the beginning, sure. That's exactly what I thought. Because it didn't seem like they cared about any of the homegrown guys that had been there busting their butts. So it didn't seem like they cared about the company at all. I would love to have sat with them and say, hey, listen, raise your hand if you've never talked bad about TNA in public. I'd have been the only one to raise my hand because every one of them has buried him. prior to working there. So I definitely had a different feeling about these guys when they first came in.